Support WrestleTalk!
Donate on Patreon. A WWE legend teased for the Women's Royal Rumble. Woken Matt Hardy has his in-ring debut, and The Miz returns. I'm Ollie Davis, and WWE is more Rumble than ever. This is the 8th of January 2018 edition of Monday Night Raw in about 4 minutes. Roman Reigns opened this week's show after having an all-time classic match last week, according to Michael Cole. Speaking of out of touch with reality, Jason Jordan came down to celebrate with his kind of Shield brother, declaring him, Reigns and Rollins the most dominant three-man group in WWE, which neatly brought out an incredibly happy Balor Club. While Finn's promo was heavily laden with WWE speak, going against Jordan's brilliantly coined Champions Club is an effective start to getting the Balor Club over as a tweener faction. Curt then made a 6-man tag between them all for the main event. Sasha Banks and Bayley beat Sonya Deville and the driven but fashionable Mandy Rose next. Michael Cole was on fire this week with dead-eyed catchphrases. Paige cheered on absolution from ringside, suggesting she's still not medically cleared from her injury last month. Yes! Woken Matt Hardy made his WWE in-ring debut, but sadly, no! His new entrance music isn't Beethoven's brilliant Moonlight Sonata. Matt quickly beat Curt Hawkins, and then had a prolonged laugh-off with Bray Wyatt in the middle of the ring. In one of those wrestling moments where I was glad to be watching WWE alone. Who wants to walk with Elias? Not Memphis, it seems, as the crowd were pretty dead for the whole show. A returning Miz then announced he's coming after the Intercontinental title that Roman stole from him, giving an extra dimension to Raw's burgeoning faction scene. Curt granted Miz his title rematch for the 25th anniversary Raw. After their Cruiserweight title match was delayed because of influenza last week, Cedric Alexander finally got to take on Enzo Amore. I'm genuinely such a big fan of Enzo. He carries himself like a champion, his promos are amongst the best in the company, and his selling is spectacular. If he could sort out the whole wrestling part, it'd truly be a boat. Best of all time. Enzo's selling was so good here, he managed to make blood come out of his forehead while selling an ankle injury. The only problem was Cedric celebrating his count-out win, smiling like a goofball afterwards. He might have won the match, but he effectively just lost his title shot. Speaking of title shots, Curt then announced the Bar would get their tag team title rematch against Jordan and Rollins at the Royal Rumble. And what better way to build the Bar up than have them lose to Titus Worldwide with a surprise roll-up. Those stats sure are paying off. Great work, Dana. But before Curt made the Bar match, he was shown on the phone saying, I know you haven't been in the ring for years, but I thought you'll be great in the Women's Royal Rumble match. I mean, a star of your caliber. James Ellsworth is returning. I don't know if you knew this about a triple threat, but Brock Lesnar doesn't even have to be pinned to lose his title. But what started out as a Lesnar segment on autopilot turned into a Braun Strowman one on speed. Kane brawled with Lesnar backstage until Strowman put both men through tables. Then, in the most Braun thing of 2018 so far, he found a grappling hook in a production box, because Raw is now a Zelda game, and used it to pull down a lighting rig on Lesnar and Kane. After quickly beating Rhyno, Samoa Joe intensely entered himself into the Rumble and pledged to go after John Cena first, leading Michael Cole to say what will probably become his latest pay-per-view catchphrase, "It's more Rumble than ever!" After burning through a pay-per-view worthy match against Alexa Bliss last week, Asuka was booked to face Nia Jax here. Thankfully, they're saving an actual bout between the two, with Nia beating Asuka up before the match could get started. Why build up characters with months of slow-build storytelling when you can put it in a montage? To recap Finn, Luke and Karl's long-term relationship, Raw showed several photos of them together in their pre-WWE days. It was just one of many New Japan references on the show, with with Karl name-dropping their Bullet Club brothers Tama Tonga and Bad Luck Fale, and Corey Graves saying a Being the Elite line on commentary. The main event was well wrestled, and the finish neatly played into Jordan's tension with Reigns, Jason costing them the match by trying to get involved when he shouldn't. The Miz Taraj beat up Roman to close the show, the Balor Club not running down to help, giving them a delightfully heel edge. So that was this week's Raw in about 4 minutes. Vote in the poll above my head to give your rating, where you can choose from in or core, average, poor, and bore. For me, this week's Raw is a high average. Has John Cena's SmackDown move been leaked? Click the screen now to watch more awesome wrestling videos.